Sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Why you tell this?
Hello, very well. Farewell. Oh, you tell this I would. If you please. maybe waiting what you... Yes, I... Welcome. What? Very well.
You're what? Oh, take this. Beast.
Welcome. Very well. Farewell.
You there? You are a skilled lad.
Why did it? It doesn't say you can't kind of cover to the side, you know. What's wrong with that? Who cares? Because it's dumb to specifically go up. Right. Like, yeah, it makes no sense. Just to make sure that it can't be. But I guess it could. Yeah, I just could not just caught up with the difference from how Apple responds. But yeah, even still. Lux. Oh, nice instant attack. Oh yes, AI. I'm strafing and it's still not. It's still hitting me anyways. That's cool. Come on. Choose whenever I'm not strafing. Come on, really? And it just misses for no reason. Okay, so he just... hello? He's just faster? So when was the Soul Spirit faster than the Soul Bleeder? Or is it just because he's an NPC he gets advantages? Because that seems like it's what that is.
Welcome. Farewell.
Really? No. I thought you got a bunch in on your own, unless you think you're gonna get her goal.
Welcome.
Or I put
Very
down.
well. Farewell.
There's something else I have to do right now. That's your hardcore time. Or happening now, whatever. Same shit. I don't know if I'm gonna do all of them now, though. I don't really have a good guess. Relative to him, at least. No, I mean, I beat it last with it 30k in about the same time. It should be fine. You could challenge it if you don't pause a fucking asshole. Fuck, we're off. Terrible boss. Pretty egregious hitboxes. Not as bad as a fucking werewolf earlier, though. I probably had nothing to deal with. I can just return to the hunter. Yeah, I'll just return to the hunter's dream and grab Desmond's set real quick. Just you where yeah, when I beat him, I should have had the cane, not the scythe yet. Because I kind of started going down my echoes. Well, I'm not so bad, so I'm gonna come back here, like for leveling. From Parl. Yep, and if I'm not gonna come back for, even at this point in the game. not realize Moon was here. Worth going back to put this on. I don't have to care about anything anyways right now. Double. Shortcut.
Thanks by that. So that did. Oh, I can't.
I have like a fucking, I don't know what they're called, like it's like some sort of blindfold thing, just because of the blood. It's funny. I forget what they're called. It's like what the Ninja Turtles have. They're not headbands, I don't think, at least. They might just be headbands with eye slots cut in them. But it looks like whatever one of those are. Oh, nice camera. What's this one doing? Where the fuck did that one come from? I mean, I don't have the inside. I guess I can just do this. Yeah, I'm gonna go and then level up. That's a fucking levels and 2 level up something weapon. That'll make par a lot easier. Now one of us is in 20k from Paro. Really annoying. Better. I'd use Molotovs and stuff, but I'd probably just repeatedly miss with how lanky the fucker is.
Welcome. Very well. Farewell.
Yeah, I'll fight this one too. think I got that shortcut. I just grabbed the Wandering Nightmare thing and then just left it. Never went actually down the shortcut, I don't think. I don't think it really matters, but... I'll never be out exiting here again, because until you're hard obviously. So it shouldn't really make a difference if I got there pissed off or something, or not in the right spot. Okay, no I did. I'm just dumb. So this game's lock-on dodge direction tracking is really shit. Like, it dodged me forward left, but I dodged, like, straight forward, which they didn't really matter, but I've lost many parries to it before, or viscerals, I guess. Especially in Chalice Dungeons. So you believe in Merciless Watchers. It's got me killed a few times. It's never fun dying to something out of your control. Because the Merciless Watchers are pushovers with parrying until the game just decides that it wants you to die and sends you in a completely random direction. Probably to me because it doesn't really happen in the other Souls games. Or if it does, I don't remember. Which is definitely a possibility. I'm not exactly thinking this. It's not hard whenever you I don't know. I've never beaten the game with the cleaver before, and I know it's super strong. So maybe it just really is that busted. I usually take the threaded cane. Usually use that up until... I don't know. I know last time I played, which was really recent. I've been into Bloodborne recently. I went for the DLC and got the scythe, which is really fun to use. I usually to just either go to the Soul Spear or stick with the Threaded Cane until I get like the Blade of Mercy or the Burial Blade. I think that's usually what I do. Maybe Chikage. I don't know. I tend to lean towards that, so I can go more.
Farewell, good.
Because despite the Burial Blade not being very strong, it is super cool. That's what I thought. She's all of them. I could sell it. That'd be a lot more helpful, so I could actually see how much I get from it.
Welcome.
Although if I had done one thing other than, like, obviously 60 FPS. Jump on an L3. Don't know how that took until fucking Dark Souls 3 to actually stick.
Farewell, good
And
hunter.
respecking. Although I rarely respec anyways. I'm doing Emerald Charmeling. Emerald Charmeling next, not. Drawer Vigor. Oh, afterwards. Why? That's fucking stupid. Why is a device from like 2020 or whatever this fucking release not support Bluetooth audio? The fuck is that? That's bullshit. That's not even bullshit. It's just straight stupid. Mike. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mike. Why is this paused too? Sorry for that. Let me pull this, get rid of this real quick. Sorry, just trying to get the mic to work. And why is this like a minute back? Okay. Try to land. So I'm gonna grab my shit here because I didn't die. Surprisingly. Honestly thought it was. I don't know how to figure out how to dodge that. I almost I died to this fucker. Right, I need to I'm not very intelligent. Maybe I'll do it later. Need to bring that whole. I don't need to bring that whole lady back. I should probably do it. I said that maybe like a worst case scenario, not incredibly helpful. I guess with the Winter Lanterns later, especially in Mensis, that might be helpful. Although as long as I time them properly, I won't need them. The way I do it is I have Frenzy built up until it's almost full. Parry the Winter Lanterns, and then use the iframes during the parry to avoid damage without having to suffer, or more so risk barely. I kill it sometimes, but it's saving me more than it's killing me. Carry them anyway, so that's easy to deal with them. Safest way. Not necessarily the parry iframe thing, but just parrying them. The grab is very wide. It's a very wide opening for parrying. It's a lot better than trying to just button mash them to death. I got killed plenty of times that way. Oh, thanks, lock-on. I'm blaming that on the lock-on. If it didn't switch to the dead guy falling off the fucking side of the building for no reason, and instead went to the biggest enemy that was the closest to me, that was also alive, and the one I was looking at, the parry wouldn't have been delayed, which means I wouldn't have gotten hit, which means I wouldn't have gotten shoved off the side, so that was the shitty lock-on in this game's fault. The lock-on is going to be really bad. I don't know, it seems like I complain about lock-on every time I play any of these games, but I think it is the most severe in this and R6 I don't know. I don't play them frequently enough to directly compare them. It just feels bad when that kind of shit happens. But the only mistake I made was not dodging some him. I didn't really have time to even think about that because of how little time that took. And I had too much faith in the lock-on system to work properly. This time I'm not even going to bother dealing with the shooter before dealing with the ogre. The troll or whatever. So that makes a difference. Oh, maybe because he can use aggro. Focus super early. Oh. If he wants. Works too. Kind of dumb that he doesn't have bullets, but it doesn't matter. That close. That's Upper Cathedral Ward if you haven't played the game before. The door to that. You can't access it right now. The Ebrietas and Celestial Emissary. I'm not risking that. That's the easiest way to get down here. I think you can get down while getting those two items as well, but it's a lot easier just doing that and then doing a second trip. Oh, that's where that big tree's from. I was just looking at that. I just never really thought about it. That's cool. What the Old Hunter Bone does is you can use some of your bullets to basically give yourself an improved dash. I don't really use it. I don't think it's worth the bullets. And the umbilical cord we got there is, you need 3 of them. There's 4 of them in the game, but you only need 3. Each one will give you 1 insight, and will also, if you consume 3 or more of them, it'll allow you to fight the Moon Presence at the end of the game. And the hair ornament's just for a blood job. It doesn't really matter. It's not important. It's for, I guess it has some lore implications, so that's it. It's a really shitty blood job, by the way, as well, so don't worry about it if you're already like done with the game because it's going to be worse than whatever you already have. This guy, however, is a unique enemy only found here and the Chalice Dungeons. I'm not going to be fighting him. He's not very hard though. He's very easy to parry as well. As you can see, very vulnerable to this roll damage as well. Not very hard. Annoying more than anything. Certainly not the worst Chalice Dungeons in the enemy though. Those fucking crackheads. You'll know what I mean if you've ever been through them. Those things are so annoying. They're pretty easy to parry, as long as there's 10 hitboxes. Don't just dodge around your bullets. Let me take care of the ones over here first. Then I'll deal with bad good. Okay, that's... Oh, luckily his grab didn't work! You get some bullshit, I get some bullshit, fuck you. But yeah, these guys are super vulnerable to thrust damage, so if you have something that can do that, like the Soul Sphere or the Thread of Gain, use that. Otherwise, be careful of their grabs, and the blue, like things, the blue attacks, stun you in place, and they'll grab you afterwards usually, unless it glitches like mine did. And when they grab you, they permanently take some of your insight, which is pretty annoying. And they are surprisingly tanky, so let them attack first, don't do what I did. Otherwise, they'll probably just poise right through your attack and grab you. That's never fun. They're not too bad, though. They can be really annoying in groups, though, but that's why they're right. Outside of Chalice Dungeons, they're never in groups. Unless you run past some, but then that's just your fault. So you can't really be mad then, if you die like an idiot. They're definitely enemies you want to deal with on their own if you can help it. Like I said, they're very vulnerable to dust damage. Like the Soul Sphere, if I probably should have done like a transform fully charged one. I don't know. It might still have done more damage, I'm not sure. Yeah, whatever. They're not too bad though. They're just kind of spooky because they can take some of your permanent currency from you. With no way to recover it. Bloodborne doesn't really have any bad platforming. This is the worst it gets. Unlike, say, Dark Souls 3 with that fucking tower. At least there's only one area, I guess. So I'm going all the way back. We're going all the way down again. Oh, and the, like, messenger gift things. There's a part in the Hunter's Dream that you can give, that you can put those... Okay. You can, I'll show you here, but you can, like, make your messengers look different, which are those little gray things that appear from messages. And make those things. It's like hats and stuff. Go over here. It's not important, but it's kind of neat.
Welcome. What? Very well. Farewell, good.
Actually, I might as well do the
Welcome.
ornament.
What?
And then if you crush this, there's no other use for it, as far as I'm aware at least. You get a blood gem. There's one other blood gem like this in the game. I don't think it's better than what I have, no. I honestly don't remember what that does. It might just be an auto regen thing, but I'm pretty sure there isn't anything like that in the game, so. Maybe you get a little more healing from the vials. Might be something to do with rally, maybe. What rally is after taking a hit from an enemy or like fall damage even, if you hit an enemy or a recently dead enemy's corpse, quickly you can gain some of that health back. If you notice, whenever the health bar drops, there'll be a yellow bar that is like partially in the area of health that you lost. That's your rally potential. And I forget, I don't think they have visible stats. I can tell you like how good a weapon is at rallying. All I do remember is the burial blade has a really high rally. All to do with attack speed, it's not that great at it. Don't underestimate these guys. Those guys are super dangerous and they deal frenzy. Or inflict frenzy. What frenzy is, it's a bar that once it fully fills up, it just does a fuck ton of damage to you. I think it's 80% of your total health. Or maximum health. So if you're under, if you're 20% or if you're 80% or under, you just die. And the worst thing about it is that after you get inflicted with it, like you start to get hit with it, it'll continue to build up for a few seconds, which is why winter lanterns are so dangerous, partially at least. Because if they look at you, you start to take heavy damage, and then it continues to build up, which it makes it very easy to get frenzied from them. And the amount of damage it does, no. That's rally, see? Gotta get some of my health back. When enemies have iframes on their attacks. Always fun. I don't know where the fuck he was shooting, but he wasn't near me. Be very careful here. This place is loaded with gunners and dogs, as you can probably tell. It's really hard to see them here as well, especially if you do this after Vicar Amelia, which is the next major boss next major mandatory boss. It becomes dark and it's even harder to see them. There's another type of enemy that can spawn here as well. In this kind of area. If you find enough insight, I'm not sure what the threshold is. But they're like tall, lanky guys with sickles. Be careful of them. As far as where you can't really stun lock them. I think. But they're pretty easy to parry. That's how I deal with them usually. If you don't know how to parry, learn. It's way easier than the Souls games, and so many enemies are super vulnerable to it. Makes the game way easier and more fun. And switch bullets are extremely plentiful. So I'm not worried. Don't worry about it, they're very common in the cheetah style. Just wanna buy them as well. And there are several really notable bosses that are super vulnerable to it. As you saw with Gascoigne. But Bloodstarved Beast is super vulnerable to it as well. It's not the best strategy, especially if you're willing to chase him, but it is super vulnerable to it. The best strategy is a Punch of Blood cocktail, like the Learning Skulls in the Souls games. And the Bloodstarved Beast will just get focused on that for like, the entire fight if you throw them here and there. I wanted a little bit of challenge when I fought him, because the Punch of Blood cocktail is just a straight cheese. Shortcut for later. Oh, this area is pretty easy, so you shouldn't need it. The only difficult ones I think are the Executioners, but they're pretty vulnerable to parrying as well. They just hit really hard. It can be pretty erratic sometimes, especially if you get close range because their head button, they're really quick axe slash. Oh, I wonder why the Molotov is so far back this time. Usually they're standing here throwing shit at you. That's why I came out here rather than waiting for these. There's another one up here. Vulnerable to it as well, trolls, whatever you want to call them. And the best thing as well is, from what I remember, I'm right, I don't know why I say that, but Visceral will scale exclusively with your skill stat, which is the dex equivalent. So if you're on a skill build, you don't have to worry about what you're holding. Even if you're using bare hands, it'll still do full damage. That and Viscerals usually have outright ignore all defenses for an enemy, or at least it seems like that to me. Because there are several enemies that have really high defenses, like the Silver Beast for example, but they still go down real easy to parries. Parrying in this game is super valuable, learn how to do it. That's just fun. It's a lot better than the Souls parries. Souls and Elden Ring parries. They call them the Souls for me. It's just better. It's more fun, it's stronger, it's easier. It'd be a good idea to have both a blunderbuss and a pistol with you though, especially later into the game, because like hunters are super vulnerable to them, but with how small they are and how fast they are, your bullets can go right past them easily. Probably buy one after this area. A blunderbuss, because I only have the pistol right now. Also, I wouldn't really recommend upgrading your guns unless you're doing a Bloodtinge build, because their damage isn't very good without viscerals. And of course, visceral damage isn't affected by Bloodtinge. So unless you're also using like the Chikage or specifically going to use the Goblin, probably isn't worth leveling up your guns. Unless you have like the cannon or maybe the Gatling gun probably does good damage. I have no idea though.
I'm not gonna do challenge dungeons as well. I just did like all of them my other character. All the base ones, a bunch of gem farming and some other stuff. So I don't want to do them again, so I'm not doing them. They don't give nearly enough to make it worth it. You already get a lot of really good blood gems in the main game. The 18% physical attack ones, which are also droplets, so they can use in any slot, so that's more than enough to deal with the base game. And the DLC. Another good reason actually to use parrying. Even if you do get hit while like getting the parry off, which happens a lot, the rally should allow, as long as you're quick, should allow you to get all of your health back that you just lost. No matter what, as long as you get a parry off while you have any rally left, you're guaranteed to get all the rally potential, all at one hit, which is insanely helpful and super satisfying. Makes it more worth it to do riskier parries as well. There are several enemies I almost always get hit while parrying, because I can just always get my health back usually, unless the game cheats me out of a visceral, it's already happened once I think, but you'll see more of it later, definitely. It's not rare even slightly, unfortunately. Like I get, oh, okay, that was just no confidence. If I had to guess, it's like 1 in 10 times the parry gets stolen from you. In a really dumb way. If you dash, not even necessarily dash forward, but either you'll go to actually repose and it just has you hit through them. That's very annoying. What's even worse is you won't even get like any damage. Not even necessarily the most which you should get anyways. But they have like iframes for some reason, which they normally don't have. It's just in that instance they do. I'm not sure why it does that. Because like I said, it's not just dashing. I've had it where I've just walked up to them before. And it's not fun. It's just incredibly annoying. I died quite a few times to that shit. Farming in challenge dungeons. Specifically the multiple launchers. They got their pushovers with parrying, but they have some boxes. Well, most of their boxes are pretty good. It's just that shit happens. I'm not sure how much that is, if it's a hitbox issue, if it's a glitch. It's obviously a glitch because there's no way they intend to just take it from you. That's completely unfair. And it's not like I haven't noticed any inconsistencies with it. And you could say it's because I was in the scythe, but it's happened playing in the scythe, and it's like all the dash. And don't just walk past this guy, because he aggro's from like a mile away. You walk past him, he will aggro on you. Like that. enemies you've literally never seen before and still aggro to you. Those reasons. Because you just try to deal with those fodder while you're before the executioner will aggro to you anyways. Oh, that's dumb. There's a wandering nightmare that spawns here. For some reason it aggro's super early as well. Everything here does, I'm not sure why. It's very annoying. Because then I have to do this. I have to reload the area to get it to respawn. Because I'm not losing out on those materials even if I never use them. Where is it? I know one spawns here. And obviously I haven't gone up here yet. It's just the boss room. Let me see if I can go out maybe. Fuck. Did it maybe fall through the map? Fall through the... It could have been that. So I know for a fact one spawns here. This game's a little weird about reloading areas. Like Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring are all really consistent about it. But for some reason Bloodborne, sometimes when you reload the areas, it'll just respawn all the enemies for no reason. Or as you can see, sometimes it just won't spawn shit that should respawn, like stuff I haven't killed yet. Like I said, maybe it fell through the map. That's my best guess because it's something is supposed to spawn there. Oh, there! See, look, it just... Am I blind? I'm gonna check the stream real quick. Because that was like right there. Like that was... And it didn't even move or anything. It's like what? Right next to the left of the stairs. Like the banister. No, he wasn't there. It wasn't there. The fuck? That's... What? It just wasn't there. Period. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy because I just went back and watched it. It spawned here, but only after I ran through the barrels, which you don't have to do normally. Fuck game. And of course it didn't spawn at all the first time. First time presumably it ran away, but then the second time it didn't spawn at all. That's the enemy by the way. It'll always spawn in this boss room. As long as you have at least one in sight. So I guess you can hunter mark out of here. And then spend your insight to get them to despawn. Although this boss is not hard, just because the ones in here are way more passive than the normal ones. I must have skipped her first teleport because of the amount of damage it did. Backstab. Sure where it yelled from, because this one was from the right. Huh? I'm very confused. Oh, there. Like a line. careful, they do have some that can stun you and an AoE as well. I forget the tells because I don't think I've ever been hit by them. But the AoE can one-shot you, I know that. It does pretty good damage. Especially if you're not leveling Vitality for some reason. There's nothing left in this area for us other than this, at least for now. This area allows access for a hidden area later, but we can't do that right now. We need to go through the next 2 areas first. And that key item that we just got, the workshop hunt or the rune workshop tool, lets us use runes, Carol runes. They're basically like the closest equivalent to the rings in the Soul series and the talismans in Elden Ring. They're a little different because you put them on before you leave the Hunter's Dream or in the Hunter's Dream, and you can't modify them until you come back, obviously. They're good. I usually just keep the triple moon though, which is like soul boosting for everything. Technically, you can get more, I think, with viscerals, but then you have to get viscerals, and there's a lot of enemies that just don't let that be a thing. So, also don't use the elemental ones because it completely switches your elemental damage and fucks up your scaling. And I'm pretty sure it does some sort of split damage bullshit because the damage is always way lower. At least from what I've noticed, which could easily be wrong.
Well, what? Very well.
There's stuff in the shop as well as some weapons that I can get, but I want to stick with the cleaver this time because I've never beaten the game with the cleaver before.
Farewell.
It's been pretty insane so far, but this is how you do it. You just go over here, it'll let you do runes. You get 3 at once, and this is like a covenant rune kind of thing. It's not, the covenants are weird in this game. The most annoying one is the vermin one, because you have to go up. You can get 3 for free in the DLC off the NPC hunters. I think it's 3, it's either 2 or 3. And then the other ones you have to get from doing co-op. Although you only need a total of 5 to get all the rewards at least, so. And then the Vile Blood one, I think you only need 1. You just put the rune on, you kill an NPC, or a hunter NPC, and it'll give you 1. It's actually good to leave that one on because each blood dregs you get, which is what you get, I think it's blood dregs, will give you 1 insight as well, which is nice. Vile. Actually, I think this would be more helpful. Right now I don't have any of the hunter ones, or the covenant ones, I mean. Now let's do Cathedral Ward, or Central Cathedral Ward. Vicar Amelia is fucking annoying. Her moves aren't bad, it's just because she's super furry. Like, her fur moves around a lot as like cloth physics. It's really hard to tell what she's doing. So you get hit by her constantly, at least I do. Sec. Her fur like disguises her movements, unless you like play really passive and they sit in front of her, which I don't think is the best way to do it. Your damage suffers a lot. And there's a really important item because she can heal halfway through the fight, but if you toss a numbing mist, it prevents her from healing. You get some in this level. I don't remember where, but I know you get some in this level. There's no other boss that heals as far as I remember, so you want to use it with the Vicar. Like there's a good example. That could have been the stairs though, but it happens when even with completely flat ground, so it's not just that. but that's not the reason. Or not the only reason. Fight him next to one of the white dudes. Those white guys are easy as hell by themselves, but can be tough if it's paired alongside a tougher enemy, like the giants. They're extremely easily parryable. Pretty much every animation I have can result in a parry. Oh. That's especially annoying. That type. They just sit there and spam bullets. Oh, there's a... I dodged that. Nice camera. Honestly, it's probably not worth fighting those guys, but I feel like doing it. Going over here. I can't imagine fighting two of these at once with how hard they hit, especially. Okay, don't do 3 hits. It's way too slow. It's almost as slow as my brain. To the right up here, there's one of the, what are they called? The brain suckers. The ones that I said are super vulnerable to thrust damage and they can permanently steal your insight. So be careful here. Probably parry them pretty easily don't want to risk it. You should, I really should try that, because I bet you can. Alfred's supposed to be here. I'll have to go back up on something because there's dialogue enough. Alfred, it's the guy who gives you fire paper on the way to Old Yarnum. It's better to come up from this way. For the chair dude to come up. There's one right here. Apparently you can't sunlock them. Yeah, these just they do their torture back, weirdly. It's the only one that you can't sunlock. There's another one of those guys down here, so... Oh, he's right there. I thought he was further down. important stuff down here. Normally if you come up through this, I'll show you in a second, but normally if you come up through the other side, that chair dude will ambush you here. Which is why you want to come here. I guess you'd be able to find more isolated down here at least. Like, I don't know. It depends. If you go through Cathedral first, before Hypogean Gal, use the set you get from here, the Lecture set, to get Adela to come back. Otherwise, she'll just ignore you if you don't have like a church-affiliated wardrobe on. That spot. Here. I'll go up in a second because we're going that way anyways. This chick is important for she can get you an umbilical cord. Make sure to say Odin Chapel, because if she goes to Yusuke's cloak, she dies. You can also get a unique item from her, but her Adela's version is better, and you can only have one at a time anyways. At least I think it's better, personally. This guy's an asshole and doesn't give you anything if you bring her to Odin Chapel. So he'll also go the opposite of where you tell him. How he knows about both. If you only tell him about one, I don't know. But if you tell him to go to Odin Chapel, he'll go to Yusuke's, and if you tell him to go to Yusuke's, he'll go to Odin Chapel. So he doesn't give you anything anyways, and he's just fucking annoying, so we'll find him dead in Yusuke's clinic later, once we can come from behind. This guy's a flamethrower. He can be very annoying. Just carry him. Another way to get in Cathedral Ward is, like, without going through Old Yarnum, is there's a emblem in the shop I can show you. It's the Hunter Chief emblem, I believe. It costs you 10k. You can buy it, and then if you come up this side, it's where that giant was earlier. See? If you come over here and you use it here, it'll open the gate for you. Which lets you come in here without beating the Bloodstark Beast, but I think personally it's worth it anyways. Doing the Bloodstark Beast because when you get a boss that you normally wouldn't fight, at least not until the DLC, and you get a bunch of echoes that you not have to spend on an emblem, but you also get extra from Bloodstark Beast and stuff. Jeez, how far is that? Second one here that I forgot about. I've probably seen it before, that's why I didn't say don't know about. And in case you're not sure how the Bloodstark Beast got us into the Cathedral Ward, but one, there's a gate up there that's normally shut, and there's no way to open except from coming from within the ward, either through the Emblem Hunter, or the Chief Hunter method, or the Emblem method, or beating a Bloodstark Beast. Normally this door is closed. Beating Bloodstark Beast opens it, and then you can, as you saw earlier in my stream, you can go up the elevator and then drop down all the way to the a really deep underground town, circle back around, or go up another elevator. I mean, and then there's a ladder behind this gate that you can drop, or a spot you can drop down from at this gate. There, we'll kick down a ladder, and then you can come down with said ladder and open the gate. And the only way to get to that lower portion of the lower town, the Cathedral Ward here, is by beating Bloodstark Beast. So you get unique area you can't get any other method. You get a bunch more echoes that you do not have to spend, but you get a bunch from Bloodstark Beast. You get to fight a unique boss or a semi-unique boss. It's just better. Plus, Lord Yarnum's a good area, and Bloodstark Beast is not hard once you get used to him. He's a good learning tool. There's gonna be much harder bosses later that you'll have to beat. So it's good to learn with less RPs now and later. And even if you don't want to, Pungent Blade Cocktail makes them a complete cakewalk. You can like pull his attention away from you for like 10 seconds or something. It's crazy. Especially if you have like the Assault Cleaver, you can easily kill, like, just R1 L1 combo him down before you can really do anything. With only a few of the cocktails, and it gives you plenty of them as long as you're actually grabbing everything. This leads to that like church area earlier, you know, with, see where that chair dude was? If you come down here first rather than going the other way, you'll get ambushed by like 6 enemies down here. They're all fodder, but there's enough of them that can stun lock you. Well, all but one of them are fodder. There's that torch big one that can easily kill you and that you can't just stun lock. Only 2 of them are here, but there are a couple out here that I killed that before they went in here. They'll come in and gang up on you as well. The last playthrough I did come down here twice. First time without anything special, my first go through, and I did survive. I'm not sure how, honestly, but I did. The kid just was really tanky for the time. But then in the New Game Plus, I came down with Beast Roar, which got them off me, allowed me to kill them without too much issue. But it's still better to come the other way. I was just curious. I'd recommend not doing that though, because you just take a bunch of hits after and waste a bunch of healing for nothing. These guys have weird attacks, and thankfully they don't build it. Well, it depends. This is for all Frenzy, not just these guys. It's for I think the initial build-up of Frenzy and the build-up over time afterwards. The higher insight you have, the more Frenzy will build up, and the more dangerous it is. So when you're like doing the Winter Lanterns later, just buy some chunks or Blood Rock, or some consumables or something, with your insight, so you come with nearly no insight. Unless you're really confident, but I wouldn't do that, personally. Your armor can also affect your Frenzy resistance, so that's another option. Do I have Numbing Mist? No. Let me look up where, because I know there is some in this area. I don't know where, though. I remember I found it in a weird spot last time, so I might have just walked past it. If it's like relatively close, I'll go grab that real quick. Okay, there are a couple ways we can grab some. I'm not going to grab the additional ones right now. I can use them later for another notable fight in that exact same cathedral over there. If you've played this game, you know what I'm talking about. Fucking Bloody Crow, he's a nightmare. Thankfully I beat him second try last playthrough. Hopefully I'm able to beat him without much issue this playthrough as well. Because first time I went through, it took me like 60 tries to beat him. Because I'm just a lot better than I used to be. Oh, one, apparently this is not where... Oh wait, we dropped down from the lower portion there, not from the ladder like I thought, okay? This is where some Numbing Mist is. 6 should be more than enough. Unless you manage to die like 6 times every time using a Numbing Mist, which you only want to use it like halfway through the fight, because she won't heal until she's almost like decently close to dead. By then I'll be able to just take off the oil urns anyways. Or, no. I should have enough downtime to be able to switch without much issue. Nah, let's put it here. You might not even need them, but I usually throw one preemptively, because they last for like a minute or two. Yeah. I always forget about this spot. For this path. I don't really have anything else to use these oil urns and Molotovs on. Usually I use them on Cleric Beasts, but Vicar is harder and I want to try to see if they work well on it. Yeah, Vicar might be a little too quick and aggressive for that, but we'll see. Worth a shot. For the most part, like I said, for the most part, Vicar is not that hard. It's just the fucking hair. You can see already winning. I think normally it does so much with Cleric because of I've hit him in the head. I guess you can hit her in the head too. It's just a lot harder. Because you can't lock onto it specifically. That attack means she was healed with villains. It's either all villains or all villains. Like that. I saw her general movement, but it hid her arm. See what I mean? How the, in what world did that have to miss? Some of her movements stun you as well, even if they're not hits, just like sometimes her turning into it. Should have it here. Yep. Honestly, the oil urns and Molotovs I don't think are worth it there. They took like a third of her bar down, or a fourth, or no. It didn't take enough down, I think, to warrant the massive openings you leave. Although, like, I think it's best to use them with Cleric or not Garman, Gascoigne, maybe. May as well. We'll run down to the Forbidden Woods. Well, no, because I have some stuff I still want to do here. We got to take on the 200s to the left. I'm not confident enough being the first try to go there with 32k souls. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. This is to access the DLC. I guess I can go do that real quick, actually. There's no reason not to. Oh, and this is another blood gem. It boosts damage to beasts specifically, which at this point in the game is super helpful. Even if all the really difficult ones have already been killed already. At least into the DLC. Oh, and also, it's a radial rather than a droplet. Yeah. It's better than just a 2.1% buff total. Like, there shouldn't be. I guess some like armor in here too. Repeating. I don't use a blood tinge belt anyways right now at least, so that won't do a whole lot more damage. So I'll just waste bullets. So probably not worth. 100 so. There. The Ludwig's Holy Blade is super powerful as well. By the way, that's another really powerful option. That's the Hunter Chief Emblem I was talking about earlier. This is just for Chalice Dungeons, which I'm not doing. Google it if you want to do them. They're pretty complicated. So I'd say it's better to Google it than just wing it. It's not like Chalice Dungeons are particularly good anyways. They're good for PvP. They're not even good for PvP. They're like necessary for PvP, and that's it.
Farewell.
Okay, so DLC, and then we also have to do I don't remember her name right now. Crow Chick. And we also have to go back for Alfred as well. So we'll do Alfred first, then we'll do the Crow Chick. Eileen, that's what it is. And then we'll go for then we'll do the Hunters. Actually, no, just teleport back like an idiot. Insult and do nothing.
You done? I'd like to. Yes. don't know. That will you have my you but try leave. Try it, leave. Try it, leave.
Guys, I was muted. Sorry about all that. I was talking and I never unmuted myself. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's what I mean. Where it'll just sometimes have you do normal R1 instead, but the enemy has iframes for some reason. My guess is that like it triggers the visceral, but for some reason only it forces you into an R1 instead. So the enemy gets iframes like they normally would in a visceral, but you don't actually get any damage. It's really cool. Always just killing this guy. Bullets. Decent farming method. At least it's early in the game. She's an asshole, but you can get sedatives from her, so it's worth setting her into Odin Chapel instead of the clinic. She dies later anyways. do? Guess we'll just go to the Forbidden Woods. I guess. No, Hunters first. Then Forbidden Woods. That's Temple Cathedral Wood up there, by the way. At least I'm pretty sure. Maybe not actually, because the geography doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't think. Who knows? I wonder what we're going for. Almost 3 hours. Sucks that no one's watching. No reason to fight these two. They'll just take a bunch of health from you. They won't follow you. Not if you go all the way at least. There's 200s, by the way. As long as you don't go far enough up, you should only aggro one. You don't want to fight them both at the same time. They will beat your ass. Pretty much no matter what your skill level is. This guy is kind of a joke. He's just very strong. AI isn't very good. He doesn't have any speed damage that the does. He's not hard. He's only really hard if you get ganged up on. Just like I said, as long as you don't. There's supposed to be a nightmare. Oh, I should have grabbed the item first. He doesn't drop shit though. It's like blood vials or something. Nope, it still gives you the items, that's cool. This guy likes to spam bullets, both with his weapon and his firearm. Both can do it, so be careful, he can very easily parry you. Although he's pretty skilled, so he usually won't take parry. Like that, see, he just dodges away. This AI is pretty shitty now. And neither didn't do a whole lot of damage. Just gotta be careful about getting carried and posted. Or visceral, I guess. Also, be careful when you're healing, because you can get parried while healing, if you didn't know. Not too bad. He can be really annoying sometimes, especially if he does decide to oppose you, or visceral you. But for the most part, he's not too hard. Like I said, the main problem is if you get both of them aggro to you. You can also come up behind that gun one and backstab him. And you'll be far enough back that the other one shouldn't aggro, and then you can just backstab that one too. The only reason I didn't do it is I'm good enough, I think, usually to beat them normally. They're pretty easy hunter fights. They're annoying, but they're pretty easy. Especially if you're leveling vitality and endurance and stuff. Mainly vitality, like you really should be. In most of the Souls games, you want to get your vitality to soft cap before doing anything, because initially the damage from leveling doesn't really increase much anyways. And your damage mostly comes from upgrades until later. Then it becomes really good with scaling. Health is far more valuable. And this gives endurances too, especially with a faster weapon. So during openings, you can get more content without making yourself as vulnerable. There's a bunch of these here. There's that first one, there's this one, and there's I believe 2 more down here. They won't run as long as you don't go too far forward initially, though. This area always sucks me up. I don't know why. This spot coming up with the executioners, they feel really harder than normal. I don't think they are, but they just maybe they just psych me out or something. I'm not sure. I struggle with this portion more than like the hunter part, even though I think most people would say the opposite. This part's not too bad, and then the hunter part's hard. It's reversed for me. I'm not sure why. I'd say charge these because otherwise they'll get knocked off and they'll be annoying. By charge these, I mean use a charge shot and shot them. The 2 will come from that door. You can see them behind the other executioner. This first one, there shouldn't be any here in this one yet. Don't go towards the door. You can also deal with them like this. They're just a little harder. It is if you don't suck like me. Let's see maybe if I can just toss Molotov to get attention without aggroing the... Yes, the Wandering Nightmares. Because this is one of the areas that if you reset the area, like putting it out and coming back in, you can just respawn the executioners. And obviously, it's not super optimal to just try to chase the nightmares first before dealing with the executioner. I think it's very easily. You can break his guard, by the way, when he like holds his halberd up. You can break his guard. It takes a little bit, but it'll reduce his damage reduction for a bit, or his defense for a bit. Yeah, that went really well. Usually I die a couple times here. I'm not sure why. Don't go all the way in there, by the way. There's another one of those grabby things. You can use that to get us to a secret area later, but right now we don't have the item for that yet. It should be in the next area though. If you go too close to that door, like you can't see it, but there's a big ass creature here who will grab you and then kill you, unless you have the tonsil stone, which we'll get in the Forbidden Woods, which is next. But right now he'll just kill you. We'll go to the first lamp in the Forbidden Woods, then we'll level up. Forbidden Woods is annoying. It's pretty confusing. It has a lot of annoying enemies, or some annoying ass encounters. The triple snake men, the double big ass snake pile. Also, if you don't like snakes, I'd say get someone else to play this portion for you, or I guess you could just sprint through. Just follow the lanterns in the second portion once you get past the windmill, and you'll end up right for a loss because there are snakes everywhere. They're not horribly difficult, but they are extremely common there. So if you're afraid of snakes, I'm not going that way, but like I said, you just follow the lanterns. The first part, before you get to the windmill, there will be no snakes. Once you get to the windmill, there will be a snake man inside and a snake man right on the outside of it. But before that, there is none. Is Alfred here? Yeah, okay. You must have to beat Vicar to get him here.
Just I bid you make.
I could have sworn that was not the case, but I guess it is. And you have to beat Vicar and then talk to the skull to open this door, otherwise you only have the second option, which won't do anything. It's always confusing because everything looks fucking same. It's probably my least favorite area in the game. It's not bad. Oh no. It's actually Frontier is the worst. Nightmare Frontier. Fucking lunar lanterns. Fucking poison swamps. Although parts of Memphis are worse. Although recently, they don't hate as much as I thought it did. I thought almost everything in Memphis was like unkillable. They just have really fucking shitty movesets and stuff. But nah, I was just sucking, I guess. They were pretty easy for the most part. I still have not fought that big spider legitimately though. I've always just used the room next to it. We'll see. Where it came from. Is there something over here? No, it's just where it came from, okay. I'm already getting confused. I remember one of these crows are passive. I don't remember which one though. Okay, I'm killing them anyways. I have antidotes ready. There's this poison in this area. Not a whole lot, admittedly, but there's poison. Hell, it's a good idea to have antidotes up always, unless you're frequently using something. Because you don't want that cluttered too much, because if you're trying to fumble in a fight. Although, if I don't think you can hold the down button down the D-pad, and it'll always bring you to the first slot item that you have equipped. So put your most important one in the first slot and then hold down to get to it real quick. Just trap by the way. And be careful. I know there's only two, I believe, in this. Oh, three, I guess, technically. But two of this kind with the spiked log. That fucker's annoying as hell. Those fuckers, I guess. They're oil. What it does is that if you get hit by it, it'll increase the amount of damage you take from fire. So try not to get hit, because you doesn't protect it, so it's really bad. Like your entire bar getting clipped once, dead, or hard. Or more accurately, it'll get you in a combo that they can insta-kill you with. If you were hit by oil. Don't go here, it just drops you into like a really bad spot. There's no items there, I don't believe either. If you want to check, just be careful because at the end it'll drop down. There it is again, that's awesome. Lost a bunch of health and a visceral because of it. Did no fault of my own, I guess I technically missed time to visceral bestow. Or parry, I mean, bestow. Another one of the traps. Just past it. Sit here for a minute. I guess you don't have to actually, I forgot it just stops. Talk to this house here. That's what's needed to get to the Nightmare Frontier. You know that thing I said earlier? Souls. And we're going this way. There's a poison lake here. Don't bother fighting anything here. No, it's not worth killing. And when you come back down, I'll just respawn them all anyways. So it's not worth it. Except maybe the worms to get that one gem. You'll see what I mean. The worms are really bad. I guess they're technically parasites. But they have really small hitboxes that are really, really badly done. They're fast, have like infinite poise, or they hit easily hard, and they're very spammy. Do not bother fighting them. The fish giants are the hardest version of the giants from now. I think the chain one's still harder, but these guys are tough. And like I said, even if you kill them, they'll just respawn when you come back down, so it's not worth it. What is it in this game's like Dark Souls 2 version where it has very high DPS but it lasts very long? Its DPS isn't as crazy as Dark Souls 2, especially because it's so toxic, but that's more of the style that's in. Less of an annoyance and more of an immediate urgency. I prefer the other way of doing it, where it doesn't do a whole lot of damage very quickly. AKA has low DPS, but it lasts a while, so you can kind of just ignore it. And this is the start of the game. This is the Dark Souls 1 moment. Pretty cool. You can even hear the executioner. Now if we go over here, there's another brain sucker. So again, be careful with him, like usual. Here. There. Thankfully it wasn't a grab, but that's what I mean. He can just poise through shit sometimes. There's a grab. He likes to do that combo a lot. Probably, I didn't even think about it until he was already dead. But I mean, you can also swim past them, because I don't think, until the Upper Cathedral War versions, most of them don't like to shoot there. Oh, I guess technically the Virgin War versions, but most are pretty hesitant, I guess, on using these stun abilities. They might just certainly have them as well. Never mind, they definitely do. They're just not, you don't use them very often. Unlike later in the game, where they use them pretty constantly. I think this is the old man that we sent here. You know, the only one I said that we don't get anything from anyways. Yeah, that's the right one. Should be two more in here. Communion. Now, up here, I'm not gonna go up. But you fake yourself go over here. You can either kill her now for a unique rune, which isn't super helpful admittedly, but it's a thing, or you can come back after ROM to get an umbilical cord, which I recommend doing. Although we're gonna get all three anyways, we might as well get the rune. Or we're gonna get the other three anyways. We'll just have to remember to go kill the other chick. She's I think decently tough for this point in the game.
This won't hurt a bit. I'll soon have
Careful about that can parry you, just like guns can. And it does decent damage. I think she's very spammy with it from what I remember. She apparently poisons you. Did not know that. She can heal. Also, if you come back here later to get the vocal cord from her, she's way easier to kill because she's just sitting here and lets you kill her. She doesn't fight back. So if you can't beat her right now, don't worry about her. She's a lot easier in the game plus as well because her health doesn't scale up much. She's not nearly as tanky as she is now. At least relative to your damage. I got 3 heals, really? You're one tanky bitch. Bitch, you're getting in a lot more trouble than I thought. The weapon she has, by the way, is the threaded cane. Weapon. It's not. It's admittedly not very strong, but it's cool. It's a cane sword thing that transforms into a whip. A threaded whip, yeah. Hence the threaded portion of the cane. It's serrated like the cleaver is, which means it does bonus damage to beasts. Yeah, you can pause that if you want to read that. Serrated weapons do a 20%, get a 20% damage boost to beasts. This one here is that little girl we sent here. Also, I just realized I should have, well. That means we'll have to fight, because we came here at this point, we'll have to fight an annoying asshole in a bit. But we can just poison him and cheese him, because he's really tough. Don't feel bad about sending the ogre here. There's no way to save her, she just dies at every ending no matter what. And you at least get a rune like that. You don't interact with her, she dies, goes insane after ROM. You tell her where her mother is, she'll go out and die to a pig. And here, obviously, she dies to experimentation. At least you got something out of it here. Yeah, you can only carry one of these special vials at a time. May as well use it. And you get another one later as well, so may as well use it. Unfortunately, you can't even send them to like your... You can't even send them to your storage. Also, there's a farming method. I think you just rotate around this. Maybe it's a different one. Remember, it's one of these. You just run around it, and it'll kill a small group of dogs every time you do so. Give you some runes, or not runes. I think it is also because it doesn't have like a chair around it. Or is it this one? I don't remember. It's not a very good farming spot. It's easy, but there's easier methods. One using the Chalice dungeons. Although you do have to have PlayStation Plus for that. There's another that uses, there's like a later portion of the game. It's harder, but it's still not that hard once you get used to it. Once you practice a bit. The challenge one is one called Kampfpuck. If you look it up, it's CUMMMFPK. Funny name, but it's a really good farming spot. And then the other one is the pig fisting route, because you backstab a couple pigs late into the game that gives you a bunch of runes. Echoes, something like that. I don't know how it managed to how both of the best farming methods managed to have really funny names, but I'm glad. Oh yeah, this annoying fucking poison area again. It's funny that it's called slow poisoning, because it definitely doesn't poison you slow. Those are the worms I was talking about. Don't even bother fighting them, they're just fucking annoying. There's a bunch here, maybe this spot might be worth fighting them for, just so you can actually get through here more easily. But as you can see, they're not exactly easier. And you can't stun them or anything. They like to stun lock you, so I'm running low on bios. There's an item over this way, maybe? I have plenty of antidotes, so... Wait, no, this is the way I went, so yeah, I don't know. And just as there is slow poisoning, there is fast poisoning. You'd think that would be toxic, but no, it's bleed. I'm not sure why, but it's bleed. It's the equivalent at least. I'm not sure why it's called fast poisoning, but we'll go to the halfway point and I'll stop. I have something to do soon anyways. Okay, asshole. This little, like, thing is oil. All the like liquid areas in this area are oil, which is the same. They function the same as the oil area. Basically, when you're affected by it, you'll take a bunch of extra fire damage. So be careful. That's why you want to go for the top first, so that all the foes don't just nuke all of your health off of the screen all the time. And I think there's some explosive. Yeah, I think that's an explosive pot. Maybe, I don't know. Don't go too far up here because there's one of the big ones. Ganged up on. Not too much at least. Surprisingly not that tanky though. He can do a lot of damage really quick though. And of course he can't be stun locked. That trap spot earlier with the log. This is the spot, like, you know how I said that area earlier? We just drop down, it's like a trap. This is where it leads you. I guess it doesn't really put you in that bad of a spot, but it deals some damage to you, and there's no reason to go that way over the normal way. Or not really the normal way, but you know, I think the way I go is consistently the best way of going through this spot at least. Down here, there's like a trap. There'll be some crows. It's not hard. It is worth going down here, I'd say. Now go back through the oil part. I guess you could continue forward and then back through the shortcut here. It'd probably make more sense actually. It probably only takes a few seconds, it's not really matters that much. For some reason. Cool. This is the shortcut, by the way. 7 shards, and then there's that green door. Where's all that gonna go? A weird. I guess that's a weird shortcut because you could just run right through the oil spot anyways. Even if the Molotov guys are alive, as long as you run, you won't get hit. Not sure. Kind of a pointless shortcut. It's free upgrade materials though, so that's good. You want to be careful here, by the way, because there's a cannon at the top of the hill. So if it hits you, you will die, almost certainly, even if you're not running. It'll still probably kill you. And the reason I mentioned running there is because there's counter damage in this game. It's abnormally strong. Basically, if you get hit while you're performing an action, such as attacking, dodging, or running, you will take double damage, which almost always leads to a one-shot or a quick kill. That's part of the reason why the jump on the circle button is even more bullshit in this game than it would be otherwise. Because you'll just take double damage if you get caught in it. Which you won't. A lot of times, you know, you'll be trying to dodge a boss attack while running towards them to close distance, jump, and then just die instantly because of counter damage. I mean, it's part of the reason why I just walk everywhere. This is an area I already knew was safe. Because otherwise, if I get surprised attacked, I can easily just get one shot by something. Other than my vitality, that probably wouldn't happen. It's still possible. And it's happened to the fourth time. I still can't believe it took the fucking DS3 to change that shit. It's been like that since Dark Souls. It was fixed in Dark Souls 2 and then broken again in Bloodborne. A lot of really good stuff from Dark Souls 2 that was just not put in Bloodborne. I guess because they were developed around the same time. It's still kind of dumb though. Because for all of Dark Souls 2's faults, it definitely has the best quality of life, at least until Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. Such as like respecking the L3 jump. There's definitely other stuff too. I know there is. My memory's shit. Okay, that's it. I have a lot of echoes, but we should be fine. There's a shortcut coming up. This is one of the snake men, by the way. I think it's one of the very few you'll see actually transform. Oh, that's cool. I did not know it could happen. He transformed, but he didn't visually transform. Which makes him even more annoying to fight than usual. That's awesome. I did not know that existed. See, I guess be careful when you're attacking the non-transform ones. Because they can just do that. I forgot to buy the lantern. Okay, I'll show that in a moment. There's a lantern you can buy the hydrogen that'll passively give you light. It's nice. I forget if you get a shortcut heal already. No, there's one. No, I can't remember. It's like slightly past this. We want to do something first, though. I guess you could wait for me to go for the shortcut or skip ahead if you're watching the video version. I don't go that far forward. But there's something important here that I want to do first. Like, kind of go forward and go back. Although he is a tough fight if you don't cheese him. Especially because it's very easy just to toss yourself off the building. Even cheesing him, you can still pretty easily just get fucked. If you're not careful. It's fast, it's like a freight train, and it's very erratic too. Put these on your hotbar. Will be important here. Is because this enemy is super vulnerable to poison. It takes only like 1 or 2 knives to poison him. Now you can talk to him and send him to either Yosefka's or Odin Chapel. Do not send him to Odin Chapel, he'll start killing NPCs. That's why it might be better to wait to go to Yosefka's until you can get this guy, send him to Yosefka, who will kill him for you. But I already messed it up, so... Whoa.
You got a screw this.
Oh, did not know.
Was it your animal intuition?
This guy's tough.
You hunters have got more blood on your hands.
He has projectiles, by the way, so be careful. I'd say even if you fight him legitimately, I'd say poison him while you fight him so you just do a lot more damage. Or he just goes down faster, because see, he's very vulnerable to poison, only took 1 knife. Same thing with the Chalice Dungeon version, which is the only other place this guy appears in. Takes 3 hits to turn him into his beast mode, as you can see. But I don't think any of your damage carries over, so it's probably better to just R1 spam. And poison does not carry over either, I've already tested that. So just R1 him 3 times, and then poison him, and then back into here. I'll have to do it like twice. No, you have to do it 3 times. I could do him. The best advice I can give you is dodge to his left a lot and only do 1 attack at a time. But I've beaten him a few times. I don't feel like fighting him again. As in, I've beaten him on this portion on the windmill, and I've beaten some versions of the Chalice Dungeon. The Chalice Dungeon ones hit harder and are tankier, but their arenas are a lot better. So I'd say they're actually... I mean, if you're doing like the cursed one of the cursed versions, then they're way harder, obviously. But I think if you're just doing a normal Chalice Dungeon one, they're easier than this version because you actually have a good arena in Chalice Dungeon versions. Might have to do it 4 times actually. And I'd say don't go up there and hit him either because he has some projectiles that can get through the doorway or area of effect stuff. You see that wind? That's some area of effect stuff. So there's a person that can send like a tornado all the way down the hallway, but he'll only do it once you get close. So they just let the poison kill him. He's fun to fight, it's just there's a really bad arena to fight him in. I don't feel like bothering with it personally. If it's your first time though, I'd say go ahead and, or at least look for a version of the Chalice Dungeon to fight instead. Wait, I went the wrong way. Don't go that way. Stay up there. I guess if you already fell, just follow me again. There's a weapon you can get here that I forgot to grab. Or not forgot to grab. You have to drop down to grab. I just went the right here. No, over here. Cannon left hand. It doesn't parry, but it does a ton of damage instead. It does consume a lot of bullets though. So it's only really worth using if you're on a Blood Tinge build. But you also do high strength to use it, so it's very strong against 2 bosses in specific, Arboretus and Amygdala, which have weak points to the head. The cannon will usually stagger them right away and do a shit ton of damage. Here's the shortcut I was talking about. Let's grab the item up here first. There's nothing here anyways. Luckily, Bloodborne elevators are super fast. This guy will, I believe, only will appear if you have the DLC. Maybe. I don't know. I know he wasn't here when the game first came out. It's our first Covenant rune. It's the one where it's basically the Sunbros equivalent, where you fight a boss and you get an item that you can turn in. You only need 5 from complete. You get 3 through PvE from the DLC. But I'd say don't leave the co-op until late because then you only have like 3 bosses to do it for, like tough bosses. I'd say do it with the Shadows of Yarnum, or if you come a little bit lower level than me, do it for the, like, what's our Beast or Gascoigne. Because they're generally fights that need help, but are also pretty easy once you get used to them. Don't think I got any new weapons. Let's check. Nope. Okay. Asian. I'm not sure what that is. I think We're gonna swap that out for communion. It's effective and very helpful, but like I said, it's how you get the items you need for the comfort. You can't get them without that being equipped, obviously. This is the item I was talking about earlier. Where you can do that, and it'll give you a little bit of light. It doesn't help a whole lot, but it's nice to have.
Welcome. Very well.
It was 27. No, it's 30. We'll stick that for now. Keep those. No, because my damage is still really good. I'll continue. I'll bring endurance to 40, which is its cap. The soft cap.
Farewell.
Bring that to 40 first, and then we'll start. We'll get health to 50 or vitality to 50, and then we'll start working on strength index, strength and skill. I mean.
Welcome. Very well. Very well.
Oh, nope, I misclicked. Oh, that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll probably be back later tonight. See ya.